welcome to Tales of Horror, a crime and horror stories channel. If you like our stories, please comment, like, and subscribe. Nestled majestically in the heart of the Rocky Mountains, shrouded in mist and mystery, stands the Stanley Hotel. A grand dame of architecture, its Victorian charm and imposing presence have long captured the imagination of all who behold it. But beyond its elegant facade lies a tale woven with threads of history, intrigue, and the whispers of the unknown. The story of the Stanley Hotel begins in 1903 when F.O. Stanley, the inventor of the Stanley steamer automobile, sought refuge in the crisp mountain air of Estes Park, Colorado. Entranced by the breathtaking beauty of the landscape, he resolved to build a grand hotel that would rival the finest in Europe. And thus, the Stanley Hotel was born, a testament to luxury and elegance set against the rugged backdrop of the Rockies. But as the years passed, whispers began to circulate among the guests and staff of the hotel. Strange phenomena were reported, unexplained footsteps echoing in empty hallways, doors that creaked open of their own accord, and ghostly apparitions that vanished into thin air. Some claimed to have encountered the spirits of long-departed guests, lingering in the halls and rooms they once called home. One of the most infamous tales centers around room 217, where a housekeeper named Elizabeth Wilson met with a terrifying ordeal. Legend has it that one stormy night, as she was tending to the room, she was startled by a sudden gust of wind that slammed the door shut behind her. Trapped inside, she soon realized she was not alone. The spirit of F.O., Stanley himself, appeared before her, offering assistance in the form of fresh towels. Terrified, Elizabeth fled the room and refused to ever set foot in it again. The Children of the Fourth Floor is a haunting tale deeply entrenched in the lore of the Stanley Hotel. It begins with whispers and fleeting glimpses, echoing through the corridors and stairwells of this historic establishment. Many guests and staff have reported experiencing an eerie phenomenon on the fourth floor, where the laughter of unseen children echoes through the halls long after bedtime has arrived. Legend has it that these spectral giggles belong to the spirits of children who once roamed the halls of the Stanley Hotel, their playful energy still lingering in the air decades or even centuries after their passing. Some accounts suggest that these ghostly children are the spirits of former guests who met tragic fates within the hotel's walls, while others believe they may be remnants of the hotel's earlier days when it served as a playground for the wealthy elite. Guests who have stayed on the fourth floor have reported a range of eerie experiences, from hearing the pitter-patter of tiny feet running down the hallway to catching glimpses of shadowy figures darting between rooms. Despite numerous investigations and attempts to debunk these claims, the phenomenon persists, leaving many to wonder if the spirits of these spectral children are simply seeking playmates in the world of the living. Perhaps the most chilling aspect of the tale is the uncertainty surrounding the identities of these ghostly children. Are they the spirits of long-forgotten guests forever trapped within the confines of the Stanley Hotel? Or do they represent something more mysterious and otherworldly, a reminder that the veil between the living and the dead is thinner than we may realize? The Phantom Pianist. Throughout the hotel's history, there have been numerous accounts of a phantom pianist playing haunting melodies in the grand ballroom long after the room has been vacated. Guests have reported hearing the faint strains of music drifting through the halls, only to find the ballroom empty upon investigation. Some speculate that the ghostly musician could be none other than F.O., Stanley himself, serenading guests from beyond the grave. The Lady in Flora's Room is a tale woven into the fabric of the Stanley Hotel's haunted history, centered around room 4001, often referred to as Flora's Room. This ghostly legend traces its root to the early days of the hotel when it was still under the ownership of F.O., Stanley and his beloved wife Flora. Flora Stanley, known for her grace, elegance, and unwavering dedication to the hotel, is said to have left an indelible mark on the establishment she helped to create. After her passing, her presence is believed to have lingered within the halls of the Stanley Hotel, with many guests and staff reporting encounters with a spectral figure dressed in Victorian attire, the ghost of Mrs. Stanley herself. Room 401, which was once occupied by Flora during her time at the hotel, is said to be a focal point for paranormal activity. Guests who have stayed in the room have reported a range of eerie experiences, from feeling an inexplicable chill in the air to hearing soft footsteps and the rustle of skirts when no one else is around. Some have even claimed to have seen the ghostly figure of a woman standing at the foot of the bed, her presence exuding an aura of warmth and kindness. Despite the passage of time, the legend of the lady in Flora's room continues to captivate visitors to the Stanley Hotel, drawing them into the enigmatic world of the paranormal. Whether she is a benevolent spirit watching over her beloved hotel or a restless soul bound to room 401 for eternity, the ghost of Flora Stanley serves as a poignant reminder of the hotel's rich history and the enduring legacy of those who once walked its hallowed halls. And for those who dare to spend a night in Flora's room, the possibility of encountering her ghostly presence adds an extra layer of excitement and trepidation to their stay. The Mysterious Maid. Another chilling tale involves a maid who worked at the Stanley Hotel during its early years. According to legend, the maid was tragically killed in a freak accident while performing her duties. Since then, guests and staff have reported seeing a spectral figure clad in a maid's uniform, silently going about her work in the dimly lit corridors. Some believe she continues to fulfill her duties in the afterlife, forever bound to the hotel she once served. The haunted underground tunnels. Beneath the grandeur of the Stanley Hotel lie a network of underground tunnels, once used by staff for various purposes, including transportation of goods and services to different parts of the hotel. Over the years, rumors have circulated about these tunnels being haunted by restless spirits. Some guests claim to have heard eerie whispers echoing through the dark passageways, while others report encountering shadowy figures darting between the shadows. The origins of these spectral inhabitants remain a mystery, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the hotel's enigmatic history. The ghostly wedding party. According to local lore, the Stanley Hotel was once the scene of a joyous wedding reception, with the grand ballroom adorned in opulent decorations and filled with laughter and music. However, tragedy struck suddenly and inexplicably, casting a dark shadow over the festivity. The details of the disaster vary from one retelling to another. Some versions speak of a devastating fire that engulfed the ballroom, while others tell of a horrific accident that claimed the lives of the newlyweds and their guests. Regardless of the specifics, the aftermath of the event is believed to have left a lingering imprint on the Stanley Hotel. Guests and staff have reported witnessing apparitions of elegantly dressed men and women dancing and celebrating within the ballroom, their spectral forms illuminated by the soft glow of candlelight. However, upon closer inspection, these ghostly revelers are said to vanish into thin air, leaving behind an eerie silence that hangs heavy in the air. The origin of the ghostly wedding party remains shrouded in mystery, with some speculating that the spirits are those of the ill-fated bride and groom, forever trapped in a never-ending celebration on the anniversary of their tragic union. Others believe that the spirits may be residual echoes of the hotel's past, replaying the events of that fateful night for eternity. The ghostly faces in the windows is a spectral phenomenon that adds another layer of intrigue to the haunted history of the Stanley Hotel. This eerie tale centers around reports of ghostly apparitions appearing in the windows of the upper floors of the hotel, casting a chilling presence on those who catch a glimpse of them. As twilight descends upon the Stanley Hotel and darkness creeps across its towering facade, some guests and passersby have reported witnessing a spine-tingling sight, faint, ethereal faces peering out from the windows of the deserted upper floors. These apparitions are often described as pale and indistinct, their features obscured by the dim light of the moon and the shadows that cling to the hotel's imposing structure. The appearance of these ghostly faces has sparked speculation and debate among believers and skeptics alike. Some attribute the phenomenon to pareidolia, the tendency of the human brain to perceive familiar patterns, such as faces, in random stimuli such as clouds or shadows. Others, however, believe that the spectral visages may be the manifestations of restless spirits, lingering within the walls of the Stanley Hotel, seeking to make their presence known to the living. The origins of these ghostly faces remain a mystery, with no definitive explanation for their appearance. Some suggest that they may be the spirits of former guests or staff members who met tragic fates within the hotel, while others believe they may be a manifestation of the collective psychic energy that permeates the building. Regardless of the truth behind the phenomenon, the sight of these ghostly faces serves as a chilling reminder of the Stanley Hotel's haunted reputation and the mysteries that lie hidden within its wall. For those brave enough to venture near the Stanley Hotel after nightfall, the sight of these ghostly faces peering out from the windows is enough to send shivers down the spine and ignite the imagination, inviting speculation about the spectral inhabitants that dwell within its hallowed halls. The phantom horses of the carriage house, nestled on the grounds of the Stanley Hotel, stands the historic carriage house, which once housed the hotel's horse-drawn carriages and stables. According to local lore, the ghostly echoes of hoofbeats can still be heard echoing through the night, accompanied by the faint jingle of harnesses and the creak of wagon wheels. Some guests claim to have seen shadowy figures moving about the carriage house, as if tending to invisible steeds that have long since departed this world. Whether the phantom horses are a residual echo of the Stanley Hotel's past, or a manifestation of something more supernatural, remains a mystery, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the hotel's haunted legend. Despite such eerie occurrences, the Stanley Hotel continued to attract guests from far and wide, drawn not only by its opulent charm, but also by the promise of encountering the supernatural. In 1977, the hotel gained further fame when author Stephen King sought refuge within its walls, seeking inspiration for his novel, The Shining. It's said that the eerie ambience and ghostly tales served as the perfect muse for King's chilling tale of madness and isolation. Today, the Stanley Hotel stands as a testament to both its illustrious past and its haunted reputation. Visitors flock from across the globe, drawn by the allure of its elegant architecture and the thrill of encountering the unknown. Whether you seek a luxurious retreat amidst the splendor of the Rockies, or an encounter with the spirits that are said to roam its halls, the Stanley Hotel promises an experience unlike any other. A journey into the realm of the supernatural, where the lines between reality and imagination blur, and the echoes of the past linger on every whispering breeze.